violence and other kind of violence.
Get away! I could be at work, at school, in my car, and I can still get shot by the police. But I can get shot anywhere.
So it is what it is.
What's good, cyberspace? It's the Black Gen Z Mindset. Make sure you go ahead and like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get into the video.
Responding officers discovered the child's body in the northbound lanes of Terra Boulevard near Southside Commercial Parkway near Jonesboro at around 2 Sunday morning. Fox 5's Deidre Dukes joins us live from Clayton County Police Headquarters, where investigators held a news conference, Deidre, in the past hour.
So we're still talking about the 7-year-old girl who was hit in the hit and run. You know, it looks like there are no leads. I covered this story a couple weeks ago, and it seems like hit and runs are becoming the norm in Atlanta nowadays.
That's right. We're joining you live after speaking to police at headquarters here, where that child's lifeless body was found here on this busy roadway early Sunday morning. Just a terrible, terrible incident, Christine. Police telling us they're no closer now to identifying the driver who struck and killed that child. They're canvassing area businesses on the chance surveillance video captured the deadly incident. Now, according to investigators, the crash happened at around 2:15 Sunday morning in the northbound lanes of Terra Boulevard near Southside Commercial Parkway near Jonesboro. Now, officers responding to a 911 call discovered the little girl's body in the roadway. Police.
Sheesh, bro. And imagine just like being on the road and you just seeing that is different.
Would not confirm reports that the child and her mother were both staying at the Magnolia Bay Motel. It is just down the road from the crime scene when the child was struck. Now, police are releasing few details in the investigation. It's unclear what the child was doing out at that hour near a busy roadway, how she got here, or if anyone was with the child when she was hit. Police did tell us that the little girl lives with family in the area and believe the child somehow slipped out of the house undetected. Police say neither the person who called 911 nor anyone who may have witnessed the incident.
And this is another one of them sisters. Come get your kids.
Was on scene when they arrived.
We're currently checking businesses to see if they have surveillance cameras for anything that they might have captured during that time. At this time, we have no needs, and we desperately need the public's help with helping us solve this crime.
Now, police do tell us that the child's family is cooperating with the investigation. They will not say whether or not ultimately the parents will face any charges in relation to this incident. They are asking that anyone with information contact the Clayton County Police Department. They are not identifying the victim at this time. We're live in Clayton County. Deidre Dukes, Fox 5 News.
Yeah, really need the public to come forward, as police said. Thanks so much, Deidre. Let us know if we're breaking the story.
Caught on camera, a woman struck by a car and thrown across a busy intersection in Buckhead. It happened as she was crossing Peachtree Road with a group of friends. And Channel 2's Justin Carter live.
And look, people do be just running out in the street, you know, so it could really be an accident. But there are also a lot of angry drivers in Atlanta, and it's not safe, man.
Live in Buckhead tonight, Justin. She survived and is speaking out tonight as that search to find the driver goes on.
Yeah, police say it happened around 2:30 in the morning on August 20th, just a few weeks ago. The woman says that she was here crossing the street, Peachtree Road and Matheson, as a black car came out of nowhere, struck her head on as she flew from this corner right over here as we pan over to that corner. Now, she shared the video with her blessing because she wanted us to see what happened. And we do want to warn you, the video you're about to see is extremely graphic.
Sheesh.
I was in shock.
It's video that's extremely hard to watch for Valerie.
Dang. You know Shorty woke too. I mean, at least she lived to tell the tale, but wow. She got smacked across the whole street.
But she wants us to see it. On the bottom left, you can see she was with a group crossing Peachtree Road before a car barrels into her, threw her several feet in the air.
Wow. What's wrong with her, though? Why are they... Obviously, the crosswalk. Look, you're trying to cross the street. The light is on this side. You're jaywalking. Like, why do people do this, though? Like, honestly, this is her fault. I ain't even gonna cap, this is her fault. He should have stopped after he hit her. But you can't expect somebody to be stopping and they have a green light. And they don't even have... Oh, my gosh, bruh. These people are just careless at this point.
You can see she was with a group crossing Peachtree Road before a car barrels into her, threw her several feet in the air, then onto the ground. It was so high impact, it knocked her shoes off.
Once he hit me, he didn't even slow down or stop. I couldn't see him because he was going so fast.
You then see several people rushing over to help her before police arrive.
Woo!
This is definitely the most physical pain I've ever been through.
She spent 2 weeks in the hospital with brain bleeding, a fractured skull, several broken bones, her hip and pelvis shattered.
Wow.
She's now using a walker.
Obviously walking I can't do. And
wow, she's going to be in pain for the rest of her life. That is a life-altering injury, dude.
It's still hard and painful, but I'm thankful to be moving around again. I'm glad I'm not.
And then you gotta, yo, can she even have kids now? You know what I'm saying? I mean, would she even want to at this point?
Paralyzed.
Police say the car involved is an unknown black sedan and the driver...
Why did she do that, though? She ran right into the car. If he would have stopped, honestly, I don't even think he would have been charged. I would have been like, look at the film. She walked. I had the light. Like, bro, he stopped a little bit, though, didn't he?
I'll be moving around again. I'm glad I'm not paralyzed.
Police say the car involved is an unknown black sedan.
Bro, these women be careless, bro. Honestly, she ran to it looked like she ran toward the car like, oh, stop. Like, bro, what? You're running out in the middle of the street. They have a green light.
And the driver reportedly did have the green light but never stopped.
Yo, and the dude carrying his girl, the dude carrying his girl, he just saw her whacked out.
Reportedly did have the green light but never stopped. Pableo says that she wants them to know this.
Are you thinking about whether you hurt me, whether you killed me, or what? I just don't understand how somebody keeps going.
Very, very hard to understand. And Justin Carter back with us now live tonight. Justin, police still don't know who was driving that car, right?
Yeah, Justin, police say that there is still an active search for that car and driver. Now, Pableo says that she does not have health insurance, but there is a big mass.
Wow, no health insurance. Oh my God. Y'all get your health insurance, get your life insurance. You're gonna need it, especially if you live in Atlanta.
Social media effort to raise money for her mounting medical bills. And we, of course, will have a link for you on our website, WSBTV.com, if you'd like to donate. We are live here in Buckhead. Justin Carter for WSB Tonight.
You see that video, Justin, and it is truly a miracle she is still alive. Thank you.
Well, it's been several weeks since a hit and run in Buckhead sent a woman flying through the air, nearly killing her. Now, we first told you about this story last month, and all new tonight, the woman who was left for dead talks to News Edge reporter Tyler Fingert in hopes of helping police find the suspect. Now, we do want to warn you, this story contains graphic photos and video that some viewers may find upsetting.
It's been 3 weeks since Valerie Pableo was hit in this Buckhead intersection. The collision launched her in the air and she landed about 30 feet away right over here. She spoke with me about it in hopes the person responsible will be caught. Just a warning, the video is disturbing. Each day is a tiny step forward for Valerie Pableo. Her road to recovery will be a long one after a car slammed into her at the intersection of Peachtree and Matheson last month.
My man probably didn't have no insurance. His registration was off, or maybe it was a stolen car. Who knows? But I don't know. It's kind of weird that no light camera got his plates, and you're in Atlanta. There's cameras everywhere. I don't know. I guess he was ducked off.
I'm very thankful to be alive after that.
The whole thing was caught on an Atlanta police camera. Her family sent Fox 5 the video in their search for answers. It shows the moment a driver in a black sedan hit her and left her severely injured in the road.
Oh yeah, they didn't stop at all. They just kept going.
The fact that he didn't even stop or even slow down is the part that got me the most.
Pableo and a group of friends were crossing the Buckhead Street at about 2:30 in the morning on August 20th. They thought it was safe to cross.
No awareness. Why would you think it's safe to cross? Like I said, you don't have the crosswalk. Why would you think it's safe to cross? No awareness at all. She literally just ran like she thought she was gonna beat everybody, like it was a race. Like, no, Shorty had to be geeked up.
20th. They thought it was safe to cross despite the light being green.
You're doing great.
Pableo spent about 2 weeks in the hospital dealing with brain injuries, fractures, and internal bleeding. Injuries she'll likely deal with for a while, along with the mental.
Not for a while, for the rest of her life.
Scars.
I try not to think of the video in my head, but I definitely think of the incident in my head. I can't help it.
Since the hit and run, friends, family, and the community have stepped up to help her. A GoFundMe has raised more than $30,000 to pay for medical expenses.
$30,000 gonna cover all that? I mean, she's probably gonna have a hard time sleeping for the rest of her life.
I don't have health insurance. I can't work for a long time. I'm a student, so I'm paying for school. It's just like all this happening at once. I will say that I'm very thankful for the help that we're getting.
As Pableo. And I'm gonna tell you what, guys, never get hit by a car like this. Don't be running out in the street, because they're not gonna donate to your GoFundMe, bruh. A man, they're not gonna donate to your GoFundMe. You're gonna have to get it out the mud.
Focuses on recovering. She hopes the driver who has caused her a lot of pain will be arrested for hit and run.
How does somebody have a heart that just doesn't care? I don't understand.
The family says police.
But ultimately, I would say it was her fault. She ran out into the street. They didn't have the crosswalk. They didn't have the right of way, and he did. Him hitting her and not go and you know, keeping it moving, he might have had somewhere to be, might not had his registration, might not had his insurance. It's inexcusable. He definitely should have stopped, but I think she holds a lot of accountability in this situation. Like, she's the reason why she got hit, and you know, he has evaded arrest. So sheesh, man, that's wild. But hopefully he gets caught. He should have stopped either way. Might have been in a stolen V, so that could be that too. But it's different out here.
Are still trying to find that driver. They ask anyone who might know anything to call Atlanta police. In Buckhead, Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
I'm here on the corner of MLK and Frederick Douglass, where a shooting just took place. And as you can see, it's a pretty rough area. So I'm basically risking my life reporting on this madness. So make sure you do me a favor and hit the subscribe button. Like the video, hell, share the video. And make sure you go ahead and leave a comment down in the comments section to continue the discussion on how we can find solutions to all this son violence in the streets. I'm Jenquavius Jackson, here live, reporting from Atlanta, Georgia, BGZM News 17.
Her pain after her daughter was hit and left for dead on a Buckhead street last weekend. She acknowledges that her daughter was illegally crossing, but the driver, who had a green light, hit the woman and never slowed or even stopped.
Wow. I mean, there are a lot of people illegally crossing. Guys, wait for that crosswalk to show the walking man. You know when the crosswalk be like, wait, like stay waiting, bruh, because they out here smacking you in the A and they're not stopping.
We want to warn you that this story contains graphic photos and video that some viewers may find upsetting. News Edge reporter Tyler Fingert is in Buckhead tonight with the story.
Valerie Pableo's mom says that her daughter was crossing the street here at Peachtree in Matheson early last Saturday morning with her friends when she was hit. The entire thing was caught on this Atlanta police camera. And now her mom is sharing that video with us in hopes it helps to find the person responsible. And again, I do want to warn you that the video is hard to watch. Shocking video shows the moments Valerie Pableo was hit by a driver who never stops to help her. The impact so violent, Pableo was launched in the air and thrown from one crosswalk to the other.
I am just heartbroken. My world is torn apart.
Pableo's mom, Ann Rutherford, sent Fox 5 the video in her search for answers. She hopes someone can recognize the black sedan and turn the driver in.
I don't have the heart to watch the video, but I was told that this person or the driver never showed that he slowed down.
Noah Matriciani was one of the friends who was with Pableo when she was hit. He says that
why didn't one of y'all tell her to slow down, or whose idea was it to cross on a green light? This is why, hey man, a lot of these dudes really ain't speaking no common sense in these situations. A lot of dudes just go for whatever, like, man, I don't want to like say what I'm really thinking, but it's like, bro, these dudes just be letting these chicks lead them to the slaughter.
They were crossing Peachtree at Matheson around 2:30 last Saturday morning and thought it was safe to cross, despite the light being green.
You could see probably up and down the road for around like 0.3 to 0.5 miles. No one was there. The road was quite literally empty. And if a car was going 35, 40 miles an hour, like, which is the speed limit, we would have made it.
For much of the last week, Pableo...
What? Bro, what? He said, oh, there weren't any cars. Bro, there was a car right there that smacked her. What is he talking about? We would have made it. She was the only one who didn't make it because she was running across the street, not looking both ways. Look both ways when you cross the street. This is something that, this is like kindergarten.
Has been in the ICU at Wellstar Atlanta Medical Center. These heart-wrenching images show how seriously Pableo was injured. She's dealing with brain injuries, fractures, and internal bleeding.
You're doing great.
Thank you.
She's undergoing physical therapy because her mom says the hit and run left her with potentially lifelong injuries. As her daughter recovers, she's working to figure out how she's going to pay for her care.
The bill is still keep going up, and she doesn't have insurance. She's a full-time
Ma Dukes, what? See, where's your husband? These are questions we need to know. Where's your husband? Why didn't you pay for her insurance? It's a lot of questions going on.
She's a part-time worker.
At this point, the family says police do not have a license plate number of the person involved. They're asking anyone with information to give police a call. In Buckhead, Tyler Fingert, Fox 5 News.
A family searches for healing after a college student was hit and killed by a suspected drunk driver. 32-year-old Brandon Houston faces several charges in the crash that involved at least 4 vehicles, killing 2 people, and one of those victims was Hailey Lightner. Lightner would have graduated from Agnes Scott College in May of next year.
The world lost a star on Labor Day.
Charles Lightner still can't comprehend his baby is gone.
It only takes a second to extinguish a life.
His daughter Hailey was killed after Georgia State Patrol says 32-year-old Brandon Rashad Houston ran a light and T-boned the car she was in.
Can we get a picture of Brandon Rashad, please?
Flipping it. Officials say the overturned car hit 2 more vehicles. According to a report, it happened at the intersection of Flat Shoals and Buffington Road in Fulton County on Labor Day. Investigators say a second person was also killed. Troopers say Houston smelled of alcohol and had an open container of beer and marijuana in the car.
If you're going to drink at home. And if you drink, don't drive.
Lightner says Hailey was set to graduate Agnes Scott College in May, spoke fluent Spanish, and had a passion for writing and poetry. As deputies continue their investigation, this parent faces his biggest challenge.
There's nothing worse for a parent to bury a child before they go. There's nothing worse.
Yeah, man. I told you guys in the A, these hit and runs, they ain't stopping. They're not stopping. If the vehicle's still running after they hit somebody, they gonna keep going. These super reckless driving gremlins are on demon time.
And Houston faces 2 counts of first-degree homicide, DUI, speeding, and several other charges.
Gang violence and other kind of violence.